We're a new Arts Council National Portfolio Organization. It's our first time to have core funding in 2023, which has been extended to 2026. So, thank you, Arts Council, for making this happen. And yeah, bringing to light so many great writers and creatives. So first up, I'm going to welcome Akila Richards.
Because she is my co-editor, and we're friends.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just want to say it's really interesting that Covert started during what did I say? Covert started in COVID-19, and the rest experience and that whole concept also started during COVID. And what rest means, which is the theme for this edition called Rest Yourself. And rest yourself is a kind of expression that has very different meanings. In the Caribbean, it could almost mean shut up. It also could mean you're creating too much wahala. Rest yourself. Rest within yourself. But also that deeper meaning of what rest means. And that's what I'm currently exploring through writing, through walking, through projects. And when Amy asked me to be the editor for this and asked me who my co-editor would be, it had to be UC. And I just would like for you to say something about maybe the process or what it means for you.
Okay, well, it was such an honor, firstly. I've never been involved in editing any kind of poetry before, any kind of fiction before, so it was an enlightening experience. It was great to have Akila. I feel like you kind of took me under your wing and really encouraged me and trusted me throughout the process. And of course, working directly with many people that are in here, helping them edit their work and mentoring them, workshopping new ideas, new creative responses to this theme. I couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. So I just want to say thank you for this experience, this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, C. And also to say that for me it's been an experience to edit a magazine and being inskilled in this way, and also really saying that there was a whole team behind it. Yes. So I see Jackie who was part of it. Umi, you were part of it. Are there any others? If I leave you out, I'm so sorry. But Sonia Sanchez, who's based in London, was part of it, and we're seeing some.
Oh yes.
And Georgina Aboud, exactly. So that was also really good, because obviously when you work with people who come from different experiences, you get a different lens and different perspectives in terms of how the poetry you see now online as well as in print and how that was selected. So I want to say thank you to the editorial team as well. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to invite really the readers, right?
Yeah, I mean, did you want to share something, each of you? Just like 2 minutes each.
Oh, you mean of a poem?
Yeah.
I can share. Should I share my poems first?
Yeah, you have, because I don't have one in there, so you go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to find my second one. The first one is called Bathsheba of Cassiopeia. Bathsheba, in case you didn't know, she was a character, I'm going to call her a character, in the Bible, who was caught bathing by King David. And he just started lusting over her and had her husband killed so that he could marry her and have her children. So anyway, she's beautiful when she bathes, basically. And at the time I was writing little tiny micro poems about different parts of space, like the planets and the moons and the stars. So Cassiopeia is a constellation of stars. This is how the poem goes. She doesn't float. She sinks her cascading spine down an undulating rocker of vapors. Yesterday she fermented. Today she foamed bubbles. Tomorrow she'll be fantastically new. In this uneven pool of cruel temptation, she has a way with the devil and finds it easy to say nothing and mean it. Thank you. then I have one more short poem. Page 108 is here. This is a fun poem. I really didn't think it was going to be added to this collection. I shared it with Akila. She's like, yeah, this is great. But the joke is it's about masturbation as a way of resting yourself. It's called Ode to the Most Beautiful Thing You'll Ever Do with Your Own Body. The first line always makes me giggle, so I'm going to try to do it straight-faced. Okay. Let your queefs slip out, sharp as the ting of a bell. Let the dribble seep down from puckered lips, shining. Give the cheetah grounds to yawn, to stretch and strut over that motherland's lush face. Find yourself a reason to feel full and foolish. Then remember, the alarm clock is soon to ring, to blow out every wish like a slobbering apology, like an oops or purr or amen. Thank you.
Just to say, I would next like to call up Ameet Vaghela. Please put your hands together for Ameet.
Okay, sure. Okay, great, thanks. So these are two poems that have been submitted for Covert 5. Thank you so much for having me. They're called Here and There. Here. Rat race, hamster wheel, alarm clock blares new day, scowling reluctance, Monday, drudgery, treacle pace. Ovine flocks, subterranean tube station, auditory assault smashes olfactory stenches of the unwashed masses. Mind the gap. Numbing the gaps in my mind, London city dementor, draining my essence and soul. Never time for rest. There. Squinting in Zambian sunrise, scorched savannah, bordered by verdant lusciousness, delicious raindrop dewiness. Pregnant rain clouds threaten to drench, quench the arid earth. Exhale breath of rest, sinking into the impossible comfort of home. Inhale the mother-made spice concoction blessed with love, satisfies my belly's cravings, yearning for nourishment. Home is where the heart is. You may be out of Africa, yet Africa will always be within my heart. That's it. Thank you.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Jackie Mendoza. Please put your hands together for Jackie.
Where should I start? My usual medium is actually prose, so novel writing. And I attended some workshops run by Manjot on poetry, and this was where I actually started experimenting with poetry. And this one in particular, in terms of the theme of rest, was a little play on rest, because for me, the whole issue of almost like feminine reclamation for me was very, very strong, was very alive over the past year. And especially that whole sense of actually discovering a new self, a self that, you know, now in my like nearly 6th decade, was this whole sense of, okay, how can I actually be a different me, a more, I guess in a sense, a more rested me, a me that's more rested within myself now that I sort of know myself a bit better. So this is how this particular poem came about. So it's called Let the Good Girl Rest. Once upon a time, I was a good girl. I greeted everyone with a smile even when I was sad. I only spoke when spoken to. I faded when my elders held court. I did my chores, I went to church, I got the grades. My parents and ancestors were so proud of me. But through the veil, I glimpsed another world where girls were free to go as they please, to wear what they like, to be whoever they want to be. Once upon a time, I ignored the free, as if that could never be me. But I found myself bound, restrained, constricted. My life force locked away for no one, including myself, to see. Once upon a time, I nearly lost myself for good. Buried under the past, hidden by my masks, erased by stories that weren't mine. But then one day, when I had enough, when the weight of falsehoods crushed me, I found the wild girl hidden beneath the rubble. Now, when age is only a number, I make peace with the shame, the guilt, the rage. The wild girl is free. Let the good girl rest.
So we're going to have a little swap at the moment because one of our contributors is delayed by the trains, but we've got another contributor who fits in neatly in the alphabetical order I set. Please put your hands together for Kevan Scruffmouth.
Thank you. I'm Kevan Anthony Cameron, and thank you very much to Amy, Akila, and C, and all the other editors and contributors to this blessed project. Rest Yourself, for me, took me back to like my father, who would he's Jamaican, so he would always give me advice, usually in the form of a proverb or some common Jamaican saying, some which were obvious, others which left me bewildered until years later kind of thing. So I took it as kind of the opposite of raising up in anger, right? Like, simmer down. That was my take on it. And some other context for these two poems I'll do are that I used to play football at a high level. So it took me back to kind of, some of the car rides home and, some of the conversations I would have with my father. So this one is called Resting on the Bench. If Daddy was my pro football trainer, he would say not every situation needs a response. A beautiful gamer is not drawn into retaliation. Hey, number 3, why you not play for yard? I took it as a cautionary jest, but the vocal uprise drew a bad card. Maroon sweat soaking a heart-shaped blood crest over my thumping drum. I am playing for my forest that covers for redcoats. Twice as much effort, but always swaying towards instinct, the head scout report notes. Too much with might, body, and soul, forcing the play with an own goal. That makes me the OG, an Arawak copperbone grinding against my nature when mother is head scout, counter-attacking colonial violence and paper genocide by crossing team sidelines. Coach's wife, the head scout, has a bun in her oven by the opposing coach. Lines drawn in snow traded for sugar by kin. If father is coach, I am his armband. Coach Daddy informs his captain that when the redcoats of empire came for the land, the people of that land had a weapon, disguised as a bench. Sometimes play fool for catch wise, play the gumbe. If Daddy was manager, he would say, hold your space on the pitch when in a bind, push up, pull back, A pendulum can sway in any time of day. Give thanks and find your teammates, for each number has its role to play. My side was down 1 son to none. Fling away your gun. The way to control the match is to score and go bun for bun. I was aged to be a baller, my eyes and feet in proper perspective. The dregs cannot whine for more playing time. Head scout spies on bench drummers dancing and dropping legs on the sideline with coach's son. Retaliate like bun for bun. Okay.
Yeah, we've got that everybody. Next up, we've got Manjot Dhaliwal. Please put your hands together for Manjot.
So I wrote this poem. I wrote this poem around this time of year, last year. So it's called When the Nights Draw In. Change colors, burn edges, descend, soft land, lay on the earth, turn to mud, fall, wait, shorten days, roll in fog, strip the garden, hibernate. Like a recuperation, this is your restoration. I just wrote one this month as well that kind of follows on from that theme, so I thought I'd share it. It's not in the magazine. It's a little, very short one. Brighton. On the walk to the beach, clear, star-studded sky, the seafront set up for a 10K race, white tents spread along the lawns, the finish line banner in orange. I still have to hold on to myself. Sitting on the wet pebbles, watching angry waves crashing white foam in the moonlight, the city light glows behind me. I am still bringing myself back to life.
Next up, we have Mabel Encinas. Please put your hands together for Mabel.
Can I read too?
You've got 3 minutes. I'll let you know.
Okay. I will do my best then. Okay, the first one is almost a confession, and it's called I Cannot Stop. I have too much work, and I cannot stop. I will come to bed in half an hour, I say, but then I cannot stop. I feel exhausted, yet I cannot stop. I nod off at the computer, and I cannot stop. I set my alarm at 5 in the morning because I cannot stop. Then I wake up at 4 without the alarm and start working. I cannot stop. I'm a working woman. I have this mandate of doing, and I cannot stop. I split my work into 12 categories. I have deadlines for today, yesterday, and the day before, so I cannot stop. I have deadlines and lifelines. I cannot stop. I don't have children, yet I cannot stop. I tell myself, do something worthy, then I cannot stop. I dream of a better world. I so want to make a difference that I lose my awareness that I cannot stop. My books pile up, my papers overflow. I dream of a better world. I so want to make a difference that I lose my awareness that I cannot stop. My books pile up. The dust grows undusted. I cannot stop. I see my plants dry. I leave my friendships unwatered in the corner of my mind because I cannot stop. I start eating chocolate. And guess what? I cannot stop. Some people think I'm crazy. Sometimes even I think I'm crazy, but I cannot stop. I get criticized. I feel fear. I was bullied by my boss in the past. Now I cannot stop. I want to do research. I want to publish, don't I? Then I cannot stop. The red light tells me not to cross the street. I look for a space between the cars because I cannot stop. I cannot say can't because people cannot get my accent. My skin is light brown. Sometimes someone told me that my hair was beyond conventions. Someone else that it was not professional. That is why I cannot stop. My partner cares. She asks me to stop. Common sense supports her advice, maybe because I'm a lesbian, I cannot stop. When my heart misses a beat, I tell myself, rest yourself. Rest yourself. But I cannot stop. I want to cry for the dead. I want to cry for the living. Sometimes I don't want to cry and I cry. I cannot stop. I know of the lack of care of the super rich. I know that caring for myself is not self-indulgent, but I cannot stop. Despite the pain in my body, I cannot stop. I hear a scream in my head. I laugh at myself. I look at my wrinkles. I don't want to be ill, but I cannot stop. I don't want to die because I cannot stop until the very final full stop. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, this is such a whistle-stop tour. Next up, Shakti, are you ready?
Yes.
Please put your hands together for Shakti Bliss.
I need some light, so I need to give it up. Perseverance.
Just one poem, please.
Oh yeah, I only have one. Through the delights of technology, I have 3 bars for my phone and 5G, but no screen on the YouTube. So here's to my singing instead. Ravan pe bate, maravan sakouye, triang triang et sega mauricien means Ravan is the drum with the good skin put over the fire so it's tight. And that's the heartbeat, the drum. Maravan, any container really, with grains. Triang, triangle, triangle, piece of metal bent to form a triangle, another piece of metal. Kiting, 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 kiting. This is Sega Mauricien, the sound of my soul. Early 18th century, from the shores of East Africa, of Zanzibar, brought in the hearts, in the minds, in the bodies of slaves. The sound of courtship, the sound of lust, the sound of respite, the sound of pain. Longing for the homeland beyond the horizon, wishing for love, grasping for hope, aching for freedom. Burst of heartache, smiles of play, seduction, giggles of joy, oozings of vice, and maybe a little bit of virtue, flowing in our blood, dripping onto the sand, swaying amidst philao trees, lapping near the waves. Fire up our dreams, ignite our life, build our homes, warm our hearts. Papillon, dorez-moi la guitare, laisse-moi voler, prête-moi tous les ailes papillons, laisse-moi voler, golden butterfly, let me fly, golden butterfly, lend me your wings, please. Sega, the sound of my spirit, the sound of my soul, the sound of me, all of me. Sega, the sound
please put your hands together for Shona Raine.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me again. It's really beautiful to see everyone here today. My poems, I think I talk quite a lot about water in my poems. I began writing them after I got a new diagnosis, and I felt scared and lost, I think, and I was kind of exploring what it is to feel held as you fall apart, and as you find yourself. So my poem is called The Undercurrents of Story. Submerged within the river's rush, water speaks to me. Its slow rumble stirring many meandering tongues. Sleeping stories pouring into my ears, silt from the riverbed. I close my eyes and hear grandmother's voice, low and soft as the current. Bathing my bones in her wisdom, she calls from my marrow, beckoning me home. Her words swell with the rhythm of time, rhythm older than the earth. I am immersed. Watery spirits, rushing reeds of memory, they remind me that water is a body to return to. I am flooded with the power of trickster, sage, monster, and seeker. I am held by lineage as earth holds water. Rest is a remembering. Its patience reminds grieving hearts to loosen tears, tired ears to listen to the pulse of the past, the sovereignty of quiet.
Please, could all of the contributors and editors come up to the stage? We're going to do one final round of applause and hopefully get a picture before we have to exit the museum. Textured.
Poetry.